with the clues finally pointing toward a person responsible for Sarah's long disappearance. The tension in the room was palpable. Detectives, family, and Sarah herself began piecing together the timeline. Every envelope, every photograph, every letter had been part of a complex puzzle. Slowly, a pattern emerged. The person who had taken her was someone she knew, someone who had gained the family's trust years ago. The revelation was terrifying. Someone who had seemed ordinary, friendly, and harmless had orchestrated a decade of isolation, manipulation, and control. Yet, in all that time, they had allowed small breadcrumbs to remain, almost daring anyone to follow them. The note, the photograph, and the letters now made sense. It was a psychological game, a demonstration of both cunning and remorse, a twisted attempt to control and then reveal. Authorities worked tirelessly to trace any remaining evidence. Surveillance cameras from nearby streets, digital footprints, and old records began to converge. Sarah's memory, previously fragmented and unreliable, now provided critical details. She remembered hidden paths, unusual deliveries, and fleeting visits from someone she initially trusted. All of these small details were now pieces of the larger puzzle. The detectives organized a careful plan to confront the suspect. They coordinated with local police and prepared for a controlled environment to avoid any further risk to Sarah. Every move was calculated, every precaution necessary. The family waited with a mixture of anxiety and anticipation, knowing that the next few hours could change their lives forever. Finally, the authorities tracked down the suspect to a secluded location. The individual attempted to resist, but evidence, combined with Sarah's testimony, was undeniable. Confession came slowly, but it revealed the full story, the motives, the manipulation, and the hidden locations where Sarah had been kept. Each detail sent chills down the spine of everyone involved. The level of planning, secrecy, and control was staggering. The family, though relieved to finally know the truth, was overwhelmed by the darkness of what had occurred. As the investigation concluded, Sarah began to recover fragments of her own identity. The room she had been kept in, the art she had created in secret, and the subtle messages she left behind were all testaments to her resilience. Though a decade had been stolen, she had survived, and her return would allow for healing, closure, and justice. The trial that followed revealed even more shocking details. The court learned how meticulously the captor had orchestrated every aspect of Sarah's life in hiding. Neighbors who had seen strange patterns, authorities who had missed earlier clues, and friends who had wondered at her sudden disappearance all contributed pieces to the story. Sarah's courage in recounting her experiences brought both tears and awe from those who listened. In the end, justice was served. The captor faced the consequences of a decade-long manipulation, and the town of Willow Creek began to heal from the haunting mystery that had overshadowed their lives. Sarah reunited with her family fully, her sketches, letters, and memories now part of a story of survival and resilience. The dark secret that had kept her hidden was finally exposed, bringing closure to a chapter that had lasted 10 long years. This marked the conclusion of Part 3, the shocking discovery, and the end of Sarah's decade-long ordeal. The story of the vanishing of Sarah would remain a tale of suspense, hope, and the resilience of the human spirit.